Netflix has finally dropped the full trailer for Steel Ball Run after months of teasing, and it looks amazing. Not only that, but the trailer also contains the release date for the anime for Part 7 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. If you didn't know, Steel Ball Run is the second highest rated manga in history, second only to Berserk. And we're finally getting an anime for it 15 years after its last chapter came out and 4 years after the last part was animated. For the last couple of months we've been bombarded with teasers and announcements for the anime, but Warner Brothers and Netflix suddenly decided to drop the nuke that is this trailer. We've got some great information revealed when it comes to new voice actors and a better look into the animation and CGI, but sadly, Netflix is going to ruin this, and I'll tell you why in a second. I think the trailer itself looks amazing though. I've seen a lot of criticism towards the character design or the animation, but in all honesty, everything just looks so sick. We finally got Poco Loco and Sandman revealed, and I think they did a great job with their voice actors and character design. As well as the ones that we had seen before for Steven Steele, Lucy Steele, Dio, Jaido, and Johnny. And we also got some more really cool aura farming clips from Jaido and Dio that are fucking cool. I also saw a lot of people crying over the horses and the CGI in previous teasers, but I think they're actually really well done. And overall, I'm just hyped as hell for peak anime again. Now, the actual reason for me making this video is that last little bit of information that we got at the end of the trailer. Only on Netflix, March 19th, first stage. To anyone who's not aware of how Part 6 was handled, this might seem like not that big of an issue, or even good news. But let's go back in time to December 2021, when the anime for Stone Ocean was coming out, and let's analyze if Netflix is planning to repeat this mess for Steel Ball Run. Before Part 6, Parts 4 and 5 had aired weekly, and were received with a lot of praise and hype with every new episode that came out. But Part 6 was different because distribution was handled by Netflix, which is the king of binge watching and batch releases. When the anime for Stone Ocean was announced, the JoJo fanbase was of course very excited and relieved to see that the anime was going to continue after the part had faced some production issues. But it was later revealed that Part 6 would be released in batches of 12 episodes instead of weekly like the prior parts. The first batch of episodes was released on December 1st, 2021, which covered the story from Chapter 1 to Chapter 50, ending with Jolene successfully delivering the Star Platinum disc to the Speedwagon Foundation. The anime itself is great, and it has the same, if not better quality than previous parts, thanks to the goated artists at David Production. But JoJo fans worldwide were left dumbfounded when the next batch of 12 episodes was announced to release on September 1st, 2022. 9 months after the first batch of episodes. Obviously, this wait killed the entire momentum and hype that the anime had going for it, even if the quality was amazing. The second batch went from chapters 51 to 102, ending with Jolene and the gang escaping from the Stone Ocean prison. The third and final batch of 14 episodes came out on December 1st, 2022, only 3 months after the second batch, and it finished the story, adapting it all the way until chapter 158. Luckily, I didn't have to go through any of that myself because I was not a JoJo fan at the time, but I do feel for all the people that had to experience Stone Ocean like that. Now let's come back to the present day and analyze what we do know about Steel Ball Run. The first stage will be coming out on March 19th, but it won't be a batch of episodes. Instead, we will get a 47-minute long first episode that will cover the first stage of the race, which takes about 11 chapters in the manga. There's no further information on whether or not episodes will be released periodically after this, or if this is all that we're getting. And also Jump Festa just happened, and not much else was revealed besides some key visuals and some more promo material, because the trailer had just been released earlier in the week. This worries me because I know that the JoJo community was very vocal about how displeased they were with the way that Stone Ocean anime was handled. And so far nothing has been said that can let us know that they won't fumble the anime for the most hyped up JoJo part. The other factor that we should take into consideration is that Steel Ball Run is a lot shorter than the previous JoJo parts. Diamond is Unbreakable is 174 chapters long and it got a 39 episode anime. Golden Wind is 155 chapters and it got a 39 episode anime. Stone Ocean is 158 chapters and it got a 38 episode anime. And Steel Ball Run is only 95 chapters long, and we already know that the first 11 or 12 chapters will be part of the first episode, which I already said will be 47 minutes long. The other parts had an adaptation rate of about 3 chapters per episode, So with the remaining 85 chapters, we're maybe looking at 28-ish episodes for the rest of the anime. And something tells me that Netflix will totally want to split this into halves, if not more parts. If they do decide to split it like that, I can totally see them ending the first half right after the introduction of Wake Up People and his steel balls, just to end it on a cliffhanger and pat themselves on the back thinking that they cooked. Only to announce that Core 2 or Season 2 or whatever they call it will come out in December 2027. I'm totally against animators getting overworked, by the way, so if the anime really isn't done, I would gladly wait a whole year like with Stone Ocean, rather than having One Punch Man Season 3 levels of animation for what is supposed to be the best JoJo part. And also, I would even say that the way this anime performs will determine if we ever get an anime for parts 8 or 9, considering that the rights are owned by Warner Brothers, which is now owned by Netflix. So if Netflix does the batch thing again and viewership drops significantly, they may never fund any new JoJo anime. On top of everything, I guess I would really hate to see Steel Ball Run get mishandled by Netflix, especially because of the amount of work that goes into animating any JoJo part. The people at David Production always do an amazing job and they're so passionate, and I would hate to see that get disrespected. But thankfully, at the end of the day, this is all speculation, and there's no real reason to get upset at Netflix yet, unless we're still salty for what they did to Stone Ocean. Thank you for listening to my little rant, and please let me know in the comments if you think Netflix is going to fumble again, or if you think they'll cook. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to keep the channel growing. Thank you so much. Bye bye.